Thank you for being part of the first episode of the show about films
Thank
and
you.
the creators that create them during happy hour. So I'm excited to be talking to you right now to get it started.
Yeah, I'm
Cool,
excited to be here. I have my glass of Chardonnay as my drink of choice.
cool. For
So
me,
yeah, and you say you're drinking. Mm-hmm.
yeah, for me, it's a Moscow Mule, which is one of the featured cocktails for today's episode, I guess, which is, what is it? Vodka, ginger beer, and lime juice. You know,
Okay.
cheers. Great spirits, great spirits. Okay, to get into it though,
All
um,
right.
kind of want to start it to ask you, like we've spoke, and I pretty much know what B narrative is, but
Yeah.
kind of explain that.
Okay. So the B narrative, or the Black Excellence and Empowerment Narrative, is a media platform that I started in 2018 because I saw that there was a lack of positive digital media representation on Black people, but more specifically in Milwaukee. And so as a transplant, meaning I'm not originally from Milwaukee, I decided to just go ahead and be the one to create this platform and to share those stories. And so that's what the B narrative is about, just Black excellence, Black empowerment. That's it.
Cool. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the videos you've done so far. I know we spoke before about
Mm-hmm.
the documentaries that I have coming up where we can collaborate. So I think that gonna be real dope when things open back up. That is.
I can't wait. Right before this, I was actually getting ready to like capture some B-roll footage and photos, just because that's obviously another thing that's missing in our community is like lack of stock photos, like quality stock
Right.
photos of Black people. Like, I don't know if you know any like different resources. I know there's like different sites that people use to get stock images, but I thought there's like nothing for Milwaukee. Like if you wanted to just get some stock photos of Black people, which is sad.
Yeah. I don't know of any, but
Okay.
some of the ideas I had, you know, and when we put this out here, I mean, somebody probably gonna take it, but it's all great. But yeah, just making, I guess not an infomercial, but going to
Yeah.
a part of the neighborhood or the hood as we call it, and
Yeah.
like making a jolly video, seeing kids play,
Mm.
families barbecuing, and
Mm.
be like, Burleigh and Sherman. Like, most people, all they've
Yeah.
seen is the gas station on fire, you know?
I know.
So,
I'm actually gonna loop you in for something that I might be working on because that's a dope idea, and I think it aligns perfectly with another project that I'm gonna be doing. Um, so yeah, thanks for letting me know.
yeah. Getting more into like the nitty gritty of things, how has it been for you creating wise during quarantine and,
Yeah.
COVID-19?
Oh my gosh. So creating during quarantine has been the struggle. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, where do I even start? First and foremost, I have a 9 to 5. So before all this started, I was used to just, well, let me back up a little bit. So when I first graduated from college, so I went to the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, I decided to go down the entrepreneur route. And so I had a little bit of experience just kind of doing my own thing and being on my own. But then eventually I decided to get my 9 to 5 so that could support my side hustle.
Yeah.
And so during, this whole situation, I was so used to getting up for work, right? Like getting dressed, because I like to be cute. And not having that, I guess, expectation to be somewhere every single day has definitely, I think, put a damper on my creativity. Just because I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what to create. I can't necessarily go outside to capture anything.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of my content. A lot of my content is focused on other people. And so I like what you've done. And I think this is a great idea. Just do it on Zoom, like do it on a video call and still do my interviews and still tell those stories in a different format. And so I know as a creative, I'm supposed to be getting creative right now to figure out other ways, but it's been hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Right. Well, coming up with this, I thought of it a while back. But I just wanted to be totally prepared because I know in the past I've had interviews where I had the footage, but I wasn't ready to compile it and get it together to put out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
would just prepare myself to actually put it out there. So, and I thought one thing I thought is that I was gonna be too late. Like, you know, I was gonna start it and like, oh, we can go back outside, so it don't even matter. But
Oh,
it looks like we're gonna be here for a
yeah.
while.
It's looking like a hot another minute before we go outside.
For
So
real.
that's why I'm telling myself, like, just get used to it. Just do it. Just create something. Because I really miss it. I think it's something that, like, obviously is a part of who I am. And so when I'm not creating, when I'm not putting content together, it's a mess. But I guess on the other hand, one thing that has helped me during this time is just taking note of different ideas that I want to do once we get past this little hump. I think I think is where I've personally been focusing my attention on, is like, what type of content do I want to create after this?
Yeah, I definitely understand. For me, as far as, you know, creating and being creative, I think I realized it, but it's hitting harder now that you realize you going out, you being around people fuels a lot of your, you know, creative juices or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. It
Um,
really does.
yeah, and now I just, you know, had to motivate myself to write. And a lot of the funny, or I've always been connected to my family, but more so now because that's more of the people I'm around more often during everything. I'm
Mm-hmm.
finding little things that I find hilarious that you know,
Yeah.
that just are, I think it's hilarious that, you know, helping me with writing. But other than that, it's just like, man, I got to get
You
out.
want to share some of those things?
What is a funny thing? You know, realizing that for the stuff that involves electronics,
Mm-hmm.
like how much I'm important to the functionality of the household. Like, you know, if
Oh,
TV
okay.
goes out,
Okay.
and, you know, I just find it funny. Like, they'll call me or FaceTime me 10, 11 o'clock. The fire stick
In the
isn't working.
morning?
What do I do? Like, I'm
No,
like, I'm like,
you do.
huh? Oh
I
no,
said they better get,
no,
nah.
they not about to get on YouTube. Especially when they call me. That's YouTube right there. Like, well, let's call Justin. But yeah, that's hilarious. I didn't walk through Wi-Fi. The router didn't went out one time. Walking through, resetting it, unplugging it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Honestly, that could be some hilarious content. And that's what I appreciate about just this industry and in this space. Like, literally anything can become a good story, a good show, a good movie. And even if, like, you're just documenting your own life and you're just doing vlogs, like, because everybody is a different, unique individual, I think it's just so entertaining. Um, and so I'm always just looking for different ways that I can personally grow outside of my comfort zone. Again, my comfort zone has always been shooting other people, and kind of telling their stories. And so I'm thinking to also incorporate some of my own storytelling about me. You know, I think I definitely, I don't know if this is egotistic, but I think I have a great story. Okay, so
We all do.
why not be the one to share it?
Right? It's all understandable. It's all understandable.